Hello, here we're going to be looking at the power rule in terms of the rules of exponents that we have been studying. So the power rule says that anytime there is an exponent on the outside of parentheses, we must multiply that exponent with all of the exponents inside the parentheses. Okay, I know we kind of compare this to the distributive process. Now it's not called that, this is just the power rule, but it's a similar idea. So every exponent on the outside of parentheses must multiply by all the exponents on the inside. Alright, so for this problem here, we take our 3 and we multiply it by this 2. We take this 3 and we multiply it by the 3 there. So our answers here would give us, our simplified answer would be an x to the 6th power and a y to the 9th power. Now here's a little picture of why this is true. So if we have our x squared here, and we know that x squared is x times x, and we know that y looks like that. Now, when we see that it's taken to the 3rd power, that means we have to multiply it by itself 3 times. So I'm really going to have 3 groups of this x squared and y to the 3rd. Alright, now when I write it all the way out like that and have 3 groups of this x squared y to the 3rd and we add these up, we'll see where this came from. Because I have 2, 4, 6. So 6x is multiplying, so where we got our x to the 6th power. And we have 3, 6, 9, so we have y to the 9th power. So that's kind of a picture to help us see how this rule works there. Alright, it's just all the exponents on the outside, and they'll just be 1 will multiply by the exponents on the inside. Alright, so moving on here to this next example. This is also true when we're looking at just whole numbers. Now if you're saying, hey, I don't know what exponent is right here. What exponent is right here? Keep in mind it's an invisible 1. Right, so when we go through and multiply here, we'll take this through to all the exponents. So even if you have constants, so numbers in there, you also must multiply those exponents. So when we do this, we'll get a 5 to the 3rd power. We'll get an x to the 12th power. And we will get a y to the 21st power. Now everything's good on this answer, except we can go ahead and simplify this y to the 3rd power. And we've been learning those and working on putting those to memory so that we can operate with them faster. Our final answer will be 125. That is our 5 to the 3rd power. And then we have x to the 12th and our y to the 21st power. So that would be our simplified answer for that problem, using the power rule. Exponents on the outside must multiply by all the exponents on the inside. Alright, so this is also true even when we have negative exponents. Alright, so let's do one more step for us, but let's go ahead and do our power rule. Every exponent must multiply by each exponent on the inside. So I'll get an x to the negative 9. I'll get a y to the, by negative 2 times negative 3 will give me a positive 6. Alright, so this is what we get after we initially do the power rule. But then when we're looking at it, we see, hey, I have a negative exponent in there. That x has a negative exponent with it. That means we must take the reciprocal. It's going to need to switch to the denominator because it's on the numerator right now. So it'll move to the bottom of our fraction, our denominator, and the exponent becomes positive. And we will leave our y to the 6th power on top. So that would be our final simplified answer right there. Alright, so all the power rule is exponents on the outside of parentheses must multiply by all the exponents on the inside, even on constants, so even for numbers like this.